What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Knapp Fishing. We are out on the boat still. We are still going over our technique videos, and as you can see, we are going red today. You all know I like that red crankbait. This is the DT6. I thoroughly enjoy it. We're going to be kind of continuing on with the series and trying to wrap this up as quickly as we can because it is getting dark out here. We're going to roll the intro, and then we'll dive into this. Cranking, winter time, kind of just goes hand in hand, doesn't it? Like, I don't know of anybody that does not crank in the winter time, if they're going shallow, obviously, because I know there are some people that don't ever go shallow in the winter. And then you have people like me that very rarely leave the shallow in the winter. It's just not my cup of tea. I like shallow winter fishing, and I love doing it with this little sucker right here. This is the Rapala DT6 in Demon. For those of you who don't know much about Rapala, they are 100% wooden baits. These are balsa baits, so they have a very, very tight wobble to them. They float very well. They've got VMC treble hooks on them. They're very stout hooks. They penetrate very nicely. They do break easily. Just going to go ahead and say it. We're going to get it out of the way because I know somebody down in the comment section below is going to say, oh, I've broken like a dozen of those. Yup, so have I. It just comes with the nature of it, guys. You can't help it. I'm hung up on everything right now. You can't help it, guys. That's the nature of the beast. When you're winter fishing, you have to have a balsa bait, and yeah, they're going to break. Number one thing I can tell you is don't slap it on the water. If you get a leaf or some grass or something on it, do not slap that bait on the water. Don't be lazy. Grab the bait, pull it off the treble hooks. It's going to save you a lot of time on that bait. I can promise you that. That's the bait. Where am I fishing it? What am I fishing it? How am I fishing it? I fish this thing two different ways. Slow crawl and a burn. There is no in between. If I am slow crawling it, I am slow crawling it. If I am burning it, I am burning it. I am not going to halfway do anything with it. When do I do it? I do it all year long. Both of them. I switch them up. I switch them in and out. It's a crankbait. Is like a baseball. If I were to take a baseball, throw it at your head, what are you going to do? You're going to catch it. That's the first thing. Your first instinct is to catch it. That's just how it is. You know, some people may be a smart ugg and say, I'm going to dodge it. Majority of the time, you're going to try to catch it. This is our baseball. We are going to throw this at the bass, and we're going to try to get them to react. That's what we want to do. That's all it is a reaction bite. Majority of the stuff that I talk about is a reaction bite because I don't like slowing down. I know we haven't gotten to the fairy wands yet, but even one of those is a reaction bait too, technically. What am I fishing? Rock, 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 more rock, and a little bit of mud. I know that's going to throw a lot of people off about the mud. Rock. It does not matter to me if it's chunk rock, gravel rock, sandy rock, rock cliffs, rock bluffs. I don't care. If it's rock, it's getting this crankbait on it. Now, everybody pretty much knows that. Let's talk mud. Mud is the big difference. Ooh, gosh. So, as I was saying before, guys, these winter storms, I just got a winter storm notification. For those of you who don't realize this, I film these things weeks in advance. So, I'm filming this on January 5th. We just got another winter weather advisory that we're going to get pounded with snow again, which is going to obviously stop me from going to the lake again. But anyway, that just came through, so that's what I was reading on my watch. I didn't want you. I usually just cut that out, but I just wanted y'all to know that like we are struggling right now to get on the water to be able to film videos because of that. So we are going to fish this in mud. Yes, I did say mud. If you have ever caught a smallmouth or a largemouth and you thought to yourself, huh, that's got a little bit of an orange belly to it. I wonder what it's doing. It's laying down in that mud. I can't really give you an answer why they do it. I've heard a bunch of theories, a bunch of people talk about it, but I don't know why they do it. Last year in a white pine tournament, I caught a smallmouth, and its belly was orange. It had chunks of mud on it still from where it was just laying in mud. I don't know why they do it, but they do, and this is a phenomenal way to get them to react. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's also a phenomenal way to just snag them. I can't tell you how many fish I've caught in the back fishing a mud clay bank with a crankbait, not knowing that they're there, but I'm just burning it along, and then all of a sudden, boom, I feel him, He takes off swimming because obviously I've startled him, but he's fighting funny. I think it's a giant, of course, and then I get up there and I realize, oh, hey, I hooked it in the back. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's still a catch. So, as long as you don't pull a Mike Long on me, don't do that, guys. If it's an accidental snagging, you can't help that. It just happens. So, rod, reel. Let's talk about it. The rod and the reel combo that I'm using a Old 18 suppressor. That's really actually, I think it's the only cranking stick I have. Yeah, that's the only cranking stick I have now. I've gone to all suppressors on cranking. This is one of 4 different cranking models. This is the medium, I believe. Yeah, this is the 7-foot medium moderate. It'll throw up to a 1/2 ounce lure. So in theory, I really shouldn't throw a DT10 on this because the DT10 actually comes in at 5/8 of an ounce, which is slightly over a 1/2 of an ounce. Do I do it? We'll just keep that on the down low. It'll chuck at a country mile, by gosh, I promise you that. The reel. Usually, I'm throwing crankbaits on a Curado DC. I changed that up a little bit because I needed, well, no, I didn't need it. For one, I accidentally ordered a 7 gear ratio Curado by accident, and I don't crank with a 7 ever. So I actually put that on my jerkbait reel, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, what the heck, you jerk with a 7? Yeah, I do, because you don't actually reel it up, so bite me. It doesn't hurt it any. So I switched over to the Shimano SLX DC. It was a cheaper model. I had a lot of people wanted me to do a review video on it of it versus the Curado DC, so that was one reason why I picked it up too. But it's a great little reel. Some of the biggest things that I absolutely love about it, that's not metal. That is a composite or I don't even know what it is really, but it don't get cold on your hands when you're out there cranking for long periods of time. The biggest thing that irritates me is when I'm cranking along and I pick up a new rod and I grab it and that reel is just freezing on my hand. It just almost blistered me. I absolutely hate that. But either way, love that reel for that purpose. It casts really well. On these cold, wintry days, I don't like running with the wind. I like to throw into the wind to make it look a lot more natural. And this DC reel allows me able to do that. I can throw it. What I like to do is I like to throw it low to the water so that I don't get as much wind resistancy. But I throw it low to the water, and then the DC reel calculates to be able to make sure that it doesn't backlash and give me the bird's nest and just screw my day royally. So that's why I run that DC and why I like it so much. I'm currently running a 10-pound Suffix Advanced fluorocarbon on this. I'm actually fixing to change it. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. I'm not fixing to change this one. I'm fixing to get another line that I have at my house right now, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to compare it. I guess I'll go ahead and say it's Guggen line, and everybody knows how hard I am on the Guggens. With it being Guggen line, I am going to try it against the Suffix line. I want to see the difference. I want to see the comparison. I want to see the abrasion resistancy. I want to know. So with that being said, we're going to keep 10 pound on this one, put 10 pound on another one, and then we're going to compare the two because I have a rod almost identical to this one. I just want to know the difference. I want to know, is the Guggen line any different? Is it better? Is it worse? I want to know from my personal opinion. We're going to do a video on it too so that you all can come along as well. Guys, if y'all like these videos, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what your favorite baits are. Let me know what you crank with. What is your favorite crankbait? And is it red? I know mine's always red. Guys, we're going to be out on Chickamauga here very, very soon. If I timed these videos correctly, I should be on Chickamauga this week, actually. I may have timed the videos wrong, and I might be completely off. It might be next week or in 2 weeks. A lot of it's going to depend on that winter storm coming in as to whether or not I can fish. So anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, notifications on. Come say hey to me if I'm ever out fishing on the water. Take care, everybody.